Hi, everybody. I'm going to give you a lecture on Level 2, Chapter 5, Fruits. Okay. Um, and really, I can't imagine culinary being anything without the availability of fruits. I love fruits, and we can use fruits different ways. You should really know the different properties of fruits and how to use them and so forth. Um, First of all, you have to know the different types of market forms of fruits. Obviously, you guys know fresh fruits. Also, frozen fruits, canned fruits, and dried fruits, and you can use them in different ways, right? And if you don't have fresh fruit available, you can always use frozen fruit if you're using the sauces. But obviously, if you're using, you never want to use like a frozen fruit for garnish or anything. But you can use the frozen fruits for a lot of different things, for like pies and stuff like that. Um, and canned fruits, I'm not a big fan of canned fruits. You can use them for different sauces and so forth, but I think the quality is diminished when you start using canned fruits. But if in a pinch, why not, right? If you're middle of winter and you want to make a peach pie and you got some canned peaches, why not? It probably won't be as nice as a fresh peach pie, but it'll be pretty darn good, right? So if you really want a peach pie, you can use those canned products. I do a lot of my own canning. Um, so if I'm canning stuff, I might can some peaches. I might use those peaches in December to serve for a Christmas peach pie. You never know, okay? Um, Dried fruit, you can use dried fruit a lot. Apricots and peaches and raisins and all those type of dried fruit. If you want to, you can reconstitute them by soaking them in water. So we can actually use dried fruit in a lot of instances. So I wouldn't, poo-poo dried fruit either. Okay. So you should definitely know the different market forms. You definitely need to know the different seasons of fruits. You have to know when to buy fruit. I mean, obviously in California, we're close to a lot of transportation, so we might get fruit that's out of season, that's fresh from Mexico or from Chile or something like that, which is okay. The quality might be not as good because obviously the longer fruit has to travel, the less quality it's going to be. They actually got to pick it. They got to pick it more at the raw stage, not as ripe, and then ripen it, and it's just not going to be. There's nothing like a freshly ripened peach, right, on the vine, compared to getting a peach from Chile that's been transferred in a ship or container and in a train. Obviously, you're not going to get the same quality of product. Okay, so definitely know the different summer fruits. Obviously, berries are a classic summer fruit. Grapes, cherries, any type of drupe. Be talking about drupes in a little bit. Drupes, you have peaches, um, cherries, nectarines, plums. What else am I forgetting? Peaches, apricots. Can't forget apricots. Okay, and also no berries. Berries. I use berries all the time, as you probably know. You guys use berries here with me. You have to be very careful when you select berries in the store. Make sure there's no moisture involved, because if there's moisture involved, they will turn bad quickly. They'll start molding. Okay, so you definitely don't want water on your berries. Okay. Um, Talks about summer fruits. Definitely know what a drupe is. Okay. Definitely know what a drupe is. Know your different fruits. Know your winter fruits. Any type of citrus is a winter fruit. Grapefruit, lemons, limes, oranges are all winter fruits. Apples are winter fruits. Know your tropical fruits. Bananas, mangoes, papayas, coconuts, kiwis, pineapple. Okay, those are all summer fruit. I'm sorry, not summer fruit. Tropical fruits. Um, and know how to store each one. If you want to ripen fruit, know that if you want to ripen fruit, you should ripen fruit between 65 and 70 degrees. But if you have a ripe fruit, other than bananas, if you have ripe fruit, you can put them in the refrigerator, slow the ripening process. Okay, so know that. Don't forget melons. It's definitely a summer fruit. Oh, watermelon. I say that I'm craving watermelon now. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I mean, bananas are very popular fruit to use in culinary. Know the different properties of bananas. You know that bananas ripen and it emits what we call ethylene gas. All fruits emit ethylene gas, but bananas especially. Um, Basically, you can eat any banana in any stage of the ripening stage. You can use in some form, right? So even if it's brown, totally brown, you can still use it in baking products. You obviously don't want to use it for presentation in a fruit salad, but you can use it for different ways. Okay. Um, I would love to have a mango right here to show you how to cook it. There's a certain way to prep a mango to make it easy, and papaya, but I don't have one. Maybe we can do that later on for you guys. Okay. Um, Again, know the different types of fruit. It's very important to know that, and when to buy fruit, when you can buy them in season. We talked about storing fruits already a little bit. Know that ethylene gas is emitted from fruits to ripen, especially bananas. If you want to ripen fruit really quick, take bananas, put them into a brown paper bag with that fruit, and the fruit will ripen that much quicker. Okay, but it will ripen really quick, so definitely be aware of that. And the ripening between 65 and 70 degrees is always best. Okay. Um, Always before you prep fruit, doesn't matter if you're using the outside or not, you should always wash it, because if you are cutting into it without being washed, even though you're not using the skin, you're putting whatever's on the outside and the inside, which is what you're going to eat, and you can contaminate it. Okay. We've already talked about zesting and cutting and stuff like that, so you definitely should know how to juice fruit and preparing dried fruits and so forth. So definitely read that. Okay. There's something when fruits brown, it's called enzymatic browning. Okay, because the enzymes are starting to brown. Ethylene gas hits it. The enzymes start to brown. It's called enzymatic browning. Um, and you could actually stop that by putting that in a refrigerator. Slow it down, not stop it, but slow it down. Okay. Also know that acids, if you add acid to the fruit will retain its structure a little bit better. And if you add alkali like baking soda to a fruit, it actually starts breaking the fruit down. So that's gonna be on the test. You should know that. So depending on what type of fruit cooking process you do, if you really want to break fruit down, you add baking soda. If you really want to retain the fruit structure, add an acid like lemon juice or some kind of citrus juice. Okay. Um, Cooking fruit. Obviously, we cook fruit a lot of time for sauces, um, for compotes, and so forth. So if usually when you cook fruit, you add sugar later on. When you're cooking fruit, a lot of times we're looking for the caramelization of the sugars in the fruit, and the natural sugar of fruit is what we call fructose. Okay, so we're actually caramelizing that fructose in there to make that browning come in. Caramel would be the example of that. Okay, know how to poach fruits. Poached pears are classic. Um, know how to saute fruits, making compost, like I said. You always add sugar later on to sauces, so it doesn't thicken it. You can always add a slurry to a sauce, fruit sauce, to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, so definitely no. I mean, read the chapter and over again. Do the study guide. Look at this lecture and think about the times we use fruit and try to make connections about what I'm telling you and what you did in the lab. Okay? Any questions, let me know.